All right, let's dive right in. Today, we're going to break down a workout that's so incredibly powerful, it can give you better results in just 15 minutes than slogging it out for an hour on a treadmill. Yeah, I'm talking about high intensity interval training, or HIIT. We're going to get into the science of why it's so effective, meet the people who actually invented it, and then I'll give you a roadmap so you can start using its power safely. Let's do this. I mean, really think about that question. It's the holy grail for anyone trying to stay fit in our crazy, busy world, right? Time is the one thing we can't get more of. So the idea that you could smash a workout, get better results, and do it in the fraction of the time, well, it almost sounds too good to be true. That is the fundamental promise of HIIT. And we're about to see if it holds up. Before we jump in, though, do me a quick favor. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And check out the links in the description if you're looking for a real estate agent in your market or you need life insurance. My team and I can help you anywhere nationwide. Okay, let's get back to that promise. So, what is this magic workout method that promises the world? To really get it, we need to define it clearly and see how it completely flips the script on what we think of as traditional exercise. This isn't just a slight variation, it's a whole different way of thinking about fitness. Okay, a couple of words here are absolutely critical: intense and anaerobic. We're not talking about a brisk walk or a light jog. HIIT is all about pushing your body to its absolute web line. I mean, to the point of serious discomfort for a very short, controlled burst. Then you get a quick break and you repeat that cycle of all out followed by recovery over and over. That on and off switch, that's the secret sauce. This is all about explosive power, not long haul endurance. This right here breaks it down perfectly. On one side, you've got your traditional cardio, the long run, the steady bike ride. That's all happening in the aerobic zone, which means wick oxygen. Your body is just humming along, using oxygen efficiently to burn fuel for a long time. HIAT is the complete opposite. It's short, it's violent, it's an all out sprint. This shoves your body into the anaerobic zone without oxygen. Your muscles are working so hard, so fast that your heart and lungs just can't keep up with the oxygen demand. So your body has to switch to this emergency backup generator for power. HIIT is basically triggering that emergency system on purpose again and again. So, why on earth is pushing your body into that emergency state so effective? Well, the real magic of HIIT isn't what happens during the workout, but the incredible chain reaction it kicks off in your body for hours, even days after you're done. To get it, we have to understand the two different engines that power our bodies. Think of it this way: your body has two engines. The aerobic system is your marathon runner. It's super efficient, it's steady, and it uses oxygen to sip fuel and just go and go and go for hours. Your anaerobic system, on the other hand, is this sprinter. It's unbelievably powerful. It's explosive, but it gasses out really, really fast. It uses energy that's already stored right there in the muscles for those immediate all out efforts. That's why you can sprint for, say, 20 seconds, but there's no way you can hold that pace for 20 minutes. HIIT is designed from the ground up to tax and train the sprinter, not the marathon llama. And here's Gucci. Every single one of those sprints in a HIIT workout is like hitting a giant panic button inside your body. By going into that anaerobic red zone over and over, you're sending a very loud, very clear survival signal. The message is, hey, we are under some serious stress here. We need to get way stronger and way faster, like yesterday. And your body, being the amazing machine it is, listens. It responds by rebuilding your heart into a more powerful pump, creating more mitochondria, goes to the little power plants inside your cells, and it rewires your metabolism to burn fuel better and recover faster. You're not just getting fitter, you're fundamentally building a more powerful, more resilient machine from the inside out. Now, a method this revolutionary didn't just pop up out of nowhere. Nope, it was forged in the fires of elite athletics and refined over decades by some pretty brilliant coaches and scientists who are obsessed with one single thing: finding the absolute limit of human performance. Let's take a look at these architects of intensity. You can trace the roots of modern HIIT way back to the 1970s, to a track coach named Peter Coe. He basically threw out the rulebook for his son, Sebastian. Instead of long, slow ones, he had him doing these absolutely brutal 200-meter sprints with only 30 seconds of rest in between. And it worked. His son became a world record holder. But HIIT really exploded into the mainstream in 1996 thanks to Professor Izumi Tabata and his work with Olympic speed skiers. We'll get into that in a second. Then in the 2010s, guys like Martin Jabala started figuring out how to make these insane protocols work for regular people like you and me. And today, the research is still going, with scientists like Niels Ballard looking at the absolute minimum you can do, finding that maybe just two all-out sprints can still give you huge health benefits. Of all those names, though, one has become totally synonymous with HIIT, Tabata. So let's zoom in on his groundbreaking work. We're about halfway through, which makes this a great time for me to remind you to like, share, and subscribe if you're getting some value out of this. And, of course, don't forget to check out the links in the description if you're looking for a real estate agent in your market or need life insurance. My team and I can help you anywhere nationwide. All right, now let's talk about the workout that changed everything. What's really cool is that Professor Tabata is the first person to tell you he didn't actually invent the method. He gives all the credit to the Olympic speed skating coach Koichi Irisawa, who is already using this grueling workout with his athletes to get an edge. What Tabata did, his genius, was to put that method under a scientific microscope. He measured it, he quantified it, and he proved in a lab just how much better it was. It's a perfect example of science coming in and validating the hard-earned wisdom of coaches out there in the real world. And this is it, the legendary Tabata protocol. It looks so simple on paper, but trust me, it is absolutely savage. It's 20 seconds of all-out, maximum effort exercise. And when I say maximum, the study measured it at 170% of a person's VO2 max. In plain English, that's an effort so hard your body physically cannot supply enough oxygen to do it. Then you get just 10 seconds of rest, which is basically just enough time to wonder why you're doing this to yourself before you go again. You repeat that cycle 8 times. The whole thing is over in 4 minutes, but I promise you, if you do it right, it will be the longest, hardest 4 minutes of your week. And payoff? The study showed that this 4-minute workout improved both aerobic and anaerobic systems more than an hour of normal cardio. Incredible. So we've covered the what, the why, and the who. Now let's get to the part you really care about, the results. What's in it for you? What are the real, tangible, scientifically proven benefits you get when you start doing HIIT? The benefits are honestly pretty staggering. First off, you get a massive boost to your cardiovascular fitness, which we measure with something called VO2 max. Just think of it as the size of your body's engine, a huge marker for heart health and how long you're going to live. HIIT also makes your body way more sensitive to insulin, which is crucial for managing blood sugar. It cranks up your body's fat-burning furnace, and it's particularly good at targeting that dangerous visceral fat around your organs. Some studies even show you get a little brain boost right after a session. And the best part? It does all of this in way, way less time. You don't have to take my word for it, just look at the data. This chart shows it all. In one major analysis, they looked at different workout styles. The group doing standard moderate cardio, your 30-minute jog, they got a respectable 10.3% bump in their VO2 max. Not bad. But the HIIT group, they saw a 19.4% increase. But it's nearly double the improvement. The numbers don't lie. When it comes to building a more powerful heart and lungs, intensity trumps duration every single time. And it's not just about your heart. HIIT is an absolute monster when it comes to burning fat. There's this cool thing that happens called EPOC, or the afterburn effect. Basically, the workout is so intense that your body has to work for hours after you're done just to get back to normal. It's repairing muscle, it's reoxygenating your blood, and all of that burns a ton of extra calories. It's why study after study shows HIIT is so good at torching both the belly fat you can see and that much more dangerous visceral fat you can't. Okay, so the science is solid, the results are undeniable. How to actually get started? This next part is all about action. I'm going to give you a simple blueprint to start your own HIIT journey and, most importantly, to do it safely. All right, before we even talk about exercises, we have to talk about safety. This is non-negotiable. The high-intensity part of HIIT is what gets you the results, but it's also where the danger is. You can't just jump off the couch and go straight into an all-out sprint. Pushing your body to its absolute limit, well, you have to respect that. You have to be smart about it. The research is really clear on this. When you're doing explosive movements while you're already exhausted, your risk of injury goes up. We're talking knees, shoulders, ankles, they can take a beating. And if you do too much too soon without enough rest, you can flip into overtraining, which will just leave you tired and weak. That's why organizations like the American College of Sports Medicine are very firm on this. You should really talk to your doctor before starting a HIIT program, especially if you have any history of heart issues or other health concerns. Seriously, safety first. So what's a smart way to structure this? The FIT principle is a great framework. First, frequency. How often? Start with 3, maybe 4 sessions a week max. With HIIT, rest is where the magic happens. Your body needs that downtime. Next, intensity. How hard? You should be working so hard that you absolutely need that rest period. If you can chat with a friend you're not doing it right, it should feel like an 8 or 9 out of 10. Then, time. How long? Keep it short, 10 to 30 minutes, and that includes your warm-up and cool down. That's all you need. And finally, type. What kind of exercise? The cool thing is you can apply HIIT to almost anything: sprints, stationary bike, a rower, or even just bodyweight stuff like burpees and jump squats. And this might be the most important piece of advice I can give you. Intensity is a personal thing. It's not about keeping up with some super fit instructor on a video. It's about finding your 100% effort for you today. The goal is to push until your body says it's time to rest. When you do that, the workout automatically scales to your fitness level, which makes it safer and way more effective. You're only competing against yourself. So, there you have it. We've looked at the definition, the hard science, the pioneers, the incredible benefits, and a smart way to get started. We've seen that these short, intense bursts of effort can trigger changes in your body that long, slow workouts just can't match. So, I'll leave you with this question. Now that you know the science, are you ready to trade duration for intensity? Thanks for watching. And one last time, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And be sure to check out the links in the description if you're looking for a real estate agent in your market or you need life insurance. My team and I can help you anywhere nationwide. We'll see you on the next one.